Today's video is sponsored by Minimal Case. Now, with the release of the new Samsung S20 lineup, you want to make sure that your pricey investment is protected, but you don't want to add a lot of bulk and take away from that beautiful design. And that's where Minimal Case comes in. They have cases available in a bunch of different colors, but they keep everything very simple. You can get things like a matte black, frosted white, and even my favorite, which is the transparency case, where it looks like you don't even have a case on your phone at all. And that's the case that I use on my iPhone 11 Pro Max, and it keeps it protected from everyday use of sitting the phone on rough surfaces and then pulling it in and out of my pocket. Now, if you are interested in checking out the Minimal Cases, just head on over to minimalcase.com, where you're going to use the code Gamesky to get 25% off. And I'll have a link in the description that if you go ahead and follow it, it will automatically apply that discount. And again, I'd like to thank Minimal Case for sponsoring today's video. Alright guys, today we're going to check out the Libratone Track Air. Now this is a pair that comes in at $150 when we've checked out the Libratone Track Air Plus, which is the noise canceling version that comes in at $200. So we're talking about a $50 difference, and is it worth picking these up and saving yourself 50 bucks? Let's go ahead and check out some of the differences, some of the features, and what it is you get inside the box. Now, the first thing I do want to point out is these also use the app like the Air Plus does, where you have different EQ settings, you have different changes in the controls and things that you can do within the app. And I always like when a pair of earbuds has an app, because it just means later down the line you're able to get firmware updates. Now, as far as Bluetooth goes, these do use Bluetooth 5.0. They are using a Qualcomm 3026 chip, and they have aptX and AAC playback. Now, one thing I don't like is the IP rating. These are rated at IPX4, which I understand for noise canceling earbuds because it helps the microphones, but in a pair that doesn't have noise canceling, I really would have liked to have seen a higher IP rating. And that just makes you feel better about using these and not having to worry about water. Now, as far as what you're getting inside the box, you are getting the usual small, medium, and large silicone ear tips, and I'm happy to say that the charging cable on these is a USB-C cable. Now, where there is an improvement is the battery life. The Track Air gets you around 8 hours individually on the earbud, with around 32 hours total using the case. Now, if I remember correctly, the Track Air Plus gets you closer to 5 to 6 hours on the earbuds, where I think you're getting around 28 hours total using the case. So you are getting a little bit more battery in the normal version. Now, another thing I like about the Libratones is the case is a Qi wireless charging case. So you can just come in and set these on a wireless charger and they'll start charging. Now, also looking at the case, on the back you can see your USB-C input, and then it has a single indicator light that's located underneath the lid, and that way you can just kind of gauge how much battery life is left in the case. Now, a huge advantage to the Libratones is the case is one of the smallest that I've seen. In fact, this is very similar to the Galaxy Buds case, which is very pocketable, it's very slim, and to be able to get around 32 hours of battery life in a case this small is a nice bonus. Now, looking at the earbuds, again, I really like the design of these, one, because it's unique, but also because while it's in your ear, it's very low profile, they don't stick out at all. The way that it's designed gives you a lot of room for the touch controls, but also gives you very good placement for the microphones. Just overall, it's a very genius design. Now, these do use touch controls, and I'm happy to say that these control everything. So you have your play, pause, skipping your tracks forward, going backwards, and even volume control. Now, another huge plus is these also utilize the sensors where when you take them out of your ears, it will automatically pause the music, and then it will resume once you put them back in. And another bonus for you guys that like to use your earbuds individually, you'll be happy to know that you can use either the left or the right. And when it comes to the microphones, these are also using the CVC 8.0 technology, which basically means that it's focusing in on your voice and then blocking out everything else. And I think these do a very nice job of picking up my voice, but you guys can be a judge by listening to a test here. Alright guys, so here is a mic test of the Libratone Track Airs. Like I said, I think it does a very good job of picking up my voice, but this is what it would sound like if you were to take a call. And so now here is a mic test with a crowd noise being played in the background, which you can hear here. And so this is what it would sound like if you were to take a call in public. So now when it comes to the sound, The sound of these are almost as dynamic as it gets. Everything is boosted. Now, I did say that you can use the app to change things, but I want to point out that even if you listen to it in neutral mode, it still has a very boomy bass. It has a warmer tone overall, but I personally like to just go ahead and use the bass boost mode so that I'm getting the most out of these. Being able to get bass that has that subwoofer feel, but also not losing the mids and the treble. Everything about these is just tuned up. The treble is very nice and clean. The mids are very forward, where it never feels like the vocalist is lost in the mix of anything. Now, this is not the most flat response type earbud. If you are looking for a flat sound signature, even with the EQ settings, there is no way to get these to sound flat. These are as dynamic as it gets, and again, everything is just tuned up. And then the soundstage and sound imaging is also very nice here, because most earbuds that have boomy bass tend to feel like you're in a more smaller environment and have that club feel. But these feel like you're in a larger room. There's enough space in the bass where it feels like it's in the back and not necessarily right here in front of you, which allows for very good detail in instruments and being able to tell where instruments are coming from. Now, as far as my cons with these, they are kind of minimal. The IP rating, like I said, I would have liked to have seen something higher than an IPX4. I just don't feel like that is enough for a pair that is $150 and doesn't have noise canceling. And then outside of that, the sound is so pushed up as far as the frequencies go that if you aren't somebody that likes to listen to your music in a very dynamic way, you're not going to be happy with these. Like I said, there's no way to get these to sound close to flat. And then my only other con really is the price. I think for the features you're getting and the sound you're getting, that $150 is a good price. It's not necessarily a great price. I would like to see these priced a little closer to around $120, especially considering that the Track Air Plus, which is the noise canceling version, I've seen from time to time go on sale for around $170. And in that case, you're only talking about a $20 difference to get noise canceling over the Track Airs. But guys, that's my video on the Libratone Track Airs. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Thank you so much for checking out all the other videos. And as always, make sure to stay tuned for more.